My brother and I grew up as hoods, and we didn't hurt trying people. We abused pedophiles. We thought it was just the funniest and funnest thing ever to torture pedophiles because we hate child abusers. And there's a thing, I don't think it's on record, where I went to a bar and I got word that one of friend of the family, she died. I think it's maybe some kind of fentanyl or something. I was afraid of her dying, but she died anyway. It was awful. I'm sorry I was not able to protect her or whatever, but yeah, she died. It was awful. So I started vomiting in an alleyway and I went to a bar. And I was talking to the barmaid. And this isn't a weird place. It's the middle of nowhere. They call the place the middle of nowhere. And I told her what had happened. And there was a person who was sitting next to me. And he said that he thought it was funny. I was upset that my girl there, she was like maybe 16. And she died. And I was upset. And he said, yeah, well, I raped and murdered a 14-year-old girl. I just got out of prison. I was in prison for 30 years. And they let me out. So what do you think about that? And I said, I just threw a bottle through a pedophile's window 1 week ago. What do you think of that? And he grabbed me. He made the mistake of grabbing me. You don't grab a person. I was not a kung fu master at the time, but I was really good. I'm a super genius. I know what to do in this situation. So he was leading me out the door. He's like, hey, buddy, you got to get out of here. And I was walking back and I was laughing because I think this guy's a loser. So I'm laughing at him. As soon as we got to the doorway, what I did, I smacked his arms off of me and I forced, just with my two hands, it's a really fast martial arts techniques. It's just two hands, just forcing his weight. He was wearing a ring, so I shoved his ring straight into his face and cut him in the face, and he started bleeding. And he was upset about it because he wanted to be like some kind of pervert on the scene. So he shoved me down, and then I started laughing because I'm on my back and I'm not vulnerable on my back. And I started doing Luke hand kicks from Mortal Kombat because I thought it was cool. It was funny. It's like, what are you gonna do, pedophile? What are you gonna do? I showed him where my feet are. What are you gonna do to me, huh? Nothing. There's nothing you can do. And I got up onto my feet and I said, you gotta be careful because some young guy is gonna beat the living shit out of you if you keep living like this. And he isn't like in his 60s or something. He's some weird old pedophile. And so I started throwing air fists to him and he was trying to block him and he was so upset, flustered and that sort. And he's bleeding in his face. So he goes back into the bar. And as the door was shutting, I said, bleed for me, pedophile.